All right, a lot of people ask me, how do I take my pictures? What do I do? Well, I do have a set down in my basement, right, where I do stuff like jewelry or like if the weather's not cooperative or whatever. But to be honest, I like taking pictures, most of all, I like taking them outside on a nice, it's kind of a cloudy day, but I really like sunny days the best. But you can work with cloudy days, it's just a different form of lighting. What I have here is like a $2 set. I mean, if I'm going to say $5 worth of clamps. Folding table, everybody's got one. You could even shoot something like this on the floor, right? Here's what I want to take a picture of. What I like to do is, if the sun was a little more intense, I would show you how I position my object. But what I like to do is I like to have the light come kind of from the side. And then I like the shadow to fall here. And then I fill it in with a white card. This white card I got from the dollar store. It's $1 white store card. This white card I got, this is like a foam card, and I use it as to fill because sometimes the shadows are a little harsh over here, so you just want to lighten them up. So if the light's coming this way, right, you put a card there and it fills in the shadow that way. Not very complicated at all. In this instance, depending on what color your item is, this is kind of a colorful item. I'm putting it on a white background. Now, if you have a white item, you may not want to put it on a white background. You want to put it on a background of either some color or something that's a little darker, gray, black, red, blue, just not white. White will normally just kind of bleed out. The image won't look too great. Sometimes you have to deal with bugs flying on your set when you're shooting outside. Anyway. So what I have here, and if you count the clamps, and say you pay $1 a piece at the dollar store, I got $5 invested in this setup. So what do? I put the item down here. Now this I have tilted up a little bit towards me, so I don't have to be directly over it. And I just frame it. Then I take my picture. Most people will use their phones for taking pictures. You can do it. What's the difference, right? And then what I like to do is, and this is what I'm using to kind of, just my keys, it doesn't matter, just random stuff. You can use pretty much anything to give it tilt. If I had shot it backwards, I'd have to be more overhead on it like that. So, but then what I do is I shoot it at all angles. Like I take a picture like this, right? I take a picture like this. I take a picture like this, take a picture like so, or maybe like this. Maybe something like that. Just frame it like that. Then I take a picture of the back, and I'd point out all flaws. Like in this piece here, there's a big crack in there, and then I'd point out all things that I find very interesting about it. Would be what I think these are glass eyes. I think I covered it. Taking pictures of eBay isn't that hard. And one of the things that I like about taking pictures outside is it's just the light source. It's really good. Color temperature is the best for your cameras, your phone, or whatever. Contrast is usually really good, especially on a sunny day. And I mean, when it comes to color's a big deal. It'll look right. And a lot of people that say, "Oh, I just use the flash on my phone." Problem with that is it makes this weird highlight, depending on what it is, or if you have something reflective, it'll make a highlight in the center, a hot spot, and then the back of it tends to go dark and the shadows are in weird places. If you go where you have a light source, and maybe sometime I'll show a set of mine. I'll make a set that I can show. If you have like light sources that just aren't aimed in the right direction, it just doesn't look as good. So anyway, if you need to shoot something, very simply, take it outside. There's nothing easier and there's nothing faster. And anyway, I'm about to shoot this, so goodbye.